Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachakodash. Also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continually rule very well to this very day, that is feeding the flock through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And also as well, Shalom to the Hof elect that's continually laboring this work, continuing to plow in this work and continuing to spread this gospel to the members of the Hof elect in faith, in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, "And They Shall All Fail Together." All right, and this is pursuant to, the recent edition of the Spiritual Thoughts in Transit. It's going to, a few topics during that live stream, but the main thing that I wanted to hone in on is the fact that our people, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which make up the nation of Israel, they still hold on to some sort of hope in the society. And also as well, you have, right now we're in the middle, or we're in the beginning stages of what the people, or the ones that's in the news media, are deeming as a reset. Okay? And, there's always, I believe it's every century, if I'm not mistaken, where there is a reset, or a global reset, to which the monetary system is affected. And, really, we're overdue for a change in the economy. Because in the previous, in previous times, you had the changing of, the monetary system. And, right now we're overdue for that. So that's why now certain things are happening concerning this economy, to where, inflation is beginning to rise. And also as well as they're starting to take away the benefits, or they're taking away that support that they've been given to the people who are not very well off, with Section 8 and, the welfare system. And they're starting to take that away because of this, the current situation that America is in right now concerning the economy. And the people who are going to be affected by this is going to be our people. All right. Again, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay. And, just again, like I said at the beginning, is that our people still hold on to some kind of hope in the society, thinking that still believe that things are going to get better, things are not going to be as bad, but they don't understand that this has got to happen. Okay, and they're not ready for it. They're not ready to bite. Or should I say, they're not ready to take on the brunt force of what's about to happen. Okay? Because again, they still hold on to that hope. They still hold on to that so-called quote unquote silver lining, when really there is no silver lining. Okay? America is on its way out. Thus saith Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. All right, the God of the Bible. Okay? And this next monetary shift that's going to happen, there's going to be the last one. There's going to be the last shift that we're going to see. All right, and this also falls right into prophecy, specifically Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. Okay, and this is going to be one of the last stages of this kingdom that's set up right now. Okay, and after this, it's going to be another series of events that's going to take place. And really, you're going to start to see things speed up. Okay? But the ones who held this place in high esteem and continue to hold on to this place and then still continue to live in ignorance willingly, guess what? They're going to get caught up in it, and they're going to be destroyed. All right? Like the title says, and they shall all fail together. All right, because this current system is failing right now. All right, no matter how much of a band-aid they try to put on it, or no matter how much they try to stimulate this this current system, is not going to help. Okay, because it is a system that's deemed to fail. Okay, and the higher ups of Edom thought that this current system that they have set up was too big to fail, but guess what? It's the opposite. Okay, and it was always deemed to fail. Okay, why? Because Yahweh Bashmiel Shai said so. That's why. And you have other reasons why the system is failing too, because it's not meant for a person to live in. It's not conducive to life. Okay, that's why it's a transition from death, which this place is regarded as the valley of the shadow of death, and is transitioning from death back to life. Just how you have seasons. You have a time to where it's winter, okay, where everything is not growing. Things are dead due to the conditions of the season, and then it goes from winter to spring, and that's when everything comes back to life. And that's what you're seeing right now. Right now we're in the time, and it's no coincidence that since this recent news piece of news has been coming out concerning the economic status of this place, where the inflation is starting to rise, and there have been talks of a reset, or a global reset. Guess what? At the same time, we're going into winter. All right, it's August right now, and we're not too far away from the winter season. Okay, and during this winter season, this is going to be a long, drawn out winter, man. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the precepts. First, I want to grab Isaiah chapter 31, and see, Slacky, I want to go down just a little bit. Yeah, verse 3 is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. Get to the point. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. And that's right. When the scriptures go into the Egyptians in Isaiah 31, and I believe also in Isaiah 30 as well, the Egyptians, when it says the Egyptians, it's talking about the Edomites. Okay? Because this is pursuing unto this land which we live in today, which is America, which is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, pursuant to the book of Revelations. Okay? And the ones who are in rulership or in power in this land, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, are the Edomites. Okay, so that's why the scriptures deem them or has given them the term of being Egyptians. All right, so like it says here, it says, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. And that lines right up with 2 Thessalonians. I believe it's the second chapter, where it says they sit in the seat of the Most High, thinking that they are the Most High. All right. So the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, right? And it says, in their horses flesh and not spirit. And that's also true, because Esau has a grip on the flesh, right? Because Esau, his blessing is the sword, okay? In which he uses that sword to do damage, to destroy. All right, and the only thing that he can destroy is the things concerning the flesh. All right, and even in the scriptures tell you that we're not supposed to be in fear of the one who can only kill the flesh, but rather be in fear of the one who's able to kill both the flesh and the spirit. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, and the one who was able to kill both the flesh and the spirit is the Most High. All right, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. who was able to destroy both body and soul. Okay? Reading on, it says, when the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shah shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. All right? So when the Lord starts to stretch out his hand, in which he's doing that right now, all right? The Lord is stretching out his hand, and he's beginning to plague this land America, all right? Because in the book of 2nd Esdras, it tells you that the Lord is going to bring about the plagues of Egypt as before. Okay? And as the Lord has his hand stretched out, okay, the ones who are attempting to help this place are going to fall, all right? And he that hoping is going to fall. And guess what? All together, the ones who are helping this place and the one who has any sort of hope in this place at all, they all going to fail together. Okay? That's why, case in point, like the point that I made on a live stream was that, since our people want to stay in this place, America, and take on the ways of Esau, Edom, which is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man, then guess what? The Lord said, the Lord right now is just saying, look, I'm just going to let it be and let 2/3 of our people do that. But at the same time, there's a reward for that. All right? And that reward is what? Death. Okay? So all the ones who help this place and hope in this place are all going to fall together right along with it, right along with Esau. Okay? Now I want to grab another precept. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. Right, and this place is on the hest of falling right now. This place, the way that this place being set up right now, is being holding up, is something that's being compared to being held up on toothpicks. All right, it's ready to break. Okay, this place has no much time longer until everything just falls through. Okay, because it has nothing else to support it. All right, that the other nations have backed out of America. All right, especially the major superpowers, the so-called superpowers of this world, like China, Russia, and all the ones who have put their stock into the system, they're bailing out, man. And the support that Esau once had in this place, that support is disappearing. Okay? There were scriptures going to the ones that have eaten that bread. Actually, let me see if I can get that. It's like it. Let me pull this up. Should be in Obadiah. Yeah, here it is. So it's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, and this is at verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and laid a wound under thee. All right. So the ones that were at peace with this man, Esau, has laid a wound under him, man. And what's that wound? That wound is that support. Okay. Because it was a time to where America gained the support of all the nations because of their military, because of its military might. And that's how Esau was able to cement his stake on the planet Earth, because of that. But now you see that it's starting to diminish. Okay, because everybody now is able to match the power that these Edomites have. Okay, and the Lord is the one who was doing that, pursuant to Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right, I believe it's the 2nd chapter where it says, "Let all the weak nations say that they are strong," roughly paraphrasing. So now America has nothing else to fall back on. Okay, that's why it's going to get to a point to where this man is just going to have to flip the table because he's losing the game. All right. He's going to just throw his cards down, flip the table, and say, you know what? No, we're just going to go at it. You know, he's going to go out like a sucker. Okay. But reading on, it says, they that eat thy bread, right, and that bread represents this American way of life, this Western way of living, because wherever you go, these other nations, they have taken on the ways of the West and adopted this current state of living, especially this democracy that they're pushing, right? So again, it says, they that eat that bread have laid a wound under thee. All right. It says, there is none understanding in them. Right. And this man, there's no understanding in him. All right. Because why? Because he has built this system underneath the vibration of foolishness. Okay. How do we know that? Because the very thing that sticks out concerning this man's foolishness is to be able, or to think that he is able to come up against Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, the creators of the heavens and the earth. All right. So that's why there's no understanding in them. Okay. Which, one of the main reasons why, but among others. But, again, the ones who were at peace with him, all right, they have laid a wound under him. All right. They sabotaged the system by way of establishing their own so-called independence, all right, or try to have some sort of independence away from America, which is tearing it down. All right. That's why the prices are the way that they are right now, because, these other nations, especially the big nations, if I can use that term, or the superpowers, they have backed out of their support for the dollar. Okay. Because after doing that, that's why, if you notice with the technology, that's why they've been running low on supplies, because the ones who have been supplying America with that has bagged out. All right. America is known as a great, as a place of trade, a place of traffic. And I believe is in the book of Ezekiel. I believe Ezekiel, the 17th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, where it speaks about the place of traffic. So, this land America, and actually, let me make sure I'm because I don't want to misquote where it is. Yeah. So Ezekiel the 17th chapter, it says Ezekiel 17:4, where it speaks about cropping off the twigs and carrying to the land of traffic. And this is the land of traffic. This is the land of business. This is the land of trading. Okay. So, again, going back to Isaiah, the 30th chapter. It's like I want to go back down to where I was. Yep, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 13. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in an high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Right. And this is an instant fall, man. This is a fall that's coming suddenly, man. And that's why I was saying earlier that our people are not prepared for what's to come. Okay. I mean, even though you have the men of the Lord that are out in the highways and byways that are warning our people of these things, they're still not ready because they're in disbelief. Okay. Verse 14, it says, and he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. Okay, so this place is going to be broken down to the point of where there's no recovery. All right. And the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is going to be the one to do this. Okay. when that breaking comes, he's going to break it down to just where you can't even recover. Sure, nothing's going to be recovered from this destruction. Okay, this is it. All right, this man's not going to come back into rulership ever after this destruction. Okay, this is the last go around, the last cycle to come before the ushering in of the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out on that note. And Lord's will, this was indeed edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and Ba'Shem HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day. Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the whole elect that's laboring this work. Continue to labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.